Live from the Northeast Comedy Cabaret, it's Back to the Humor with your host, Josh Jackaboo.
Let's get to our next interview. Chris Hayes, everybody! Hey, Chris. Shiny forehead you got.
Hey, I know, right? Yes.
Oh, man. So, how would you describe your comedy style? I know you're new. It's hard to answer that question. How do you describe it?
You know what? I'm still trying to, I guess, find my niche, carve my niche. I guess, I want to be, like, so many have influenced me.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Sonic the Hedgehog, absolutely. The Quaker Oats logo, for sure. But like guys like Hedberg, who guys, and then there's just people who have such energy too. So it's kind of a I want to be the stoner, laid back guy, but I also want to be somebody who makes you think.
Right.
So just try to find that.
Yeah, it's hard to find that. I heard that did Pat O'Donnell, the man over there, did you accidentally steal a joke from him?
Accidentally did, yes. And it was a different variation, and Pat was great about it. When he said I wrote that like years ago, I had no idea. Because I've never seen him until he started coming around, and it wasn't like a deliberate theft, but I stopped, the second that he told me.
This is actually a sting. This was
hey, I've been on To Catch a Predator. I know how this works.
So tiny reference, I think. So this Pat came in. I was like, it's a sting.
Nice. No, it was, and it wasn't any. He just said, if we ever work together, please don't use it. And I said, consider it dropped down. So
nice.
Well,
there's a more joke.
Way to do the right thing, Chris.
What was the joke?
Pat does it a lot better. It was basically I met a girl and she had kids who were very young, and all we were doing was like doing stuff with the kids. So after the kids went to bed, we were doing adult things. It would translate into our bedroom play, and basically there was role playing where she was Baby Bob and I was Barney the dinosaur, and she'd be like, how's that pussy feeling? I'm like, super duper, and. He's like, it had a lot of promise, and I was like, and he did it last week, and his is so much better. So I'm actually glad but it was a variation of that. Anyone who's ever had any
it's all right.
So that's cool. Anyone who's ever had any, ever watched a kid video with a nephew or a son or a daughter, that shit can brand in your head quick. So.
Watch child porn with a nephew or daughter.
Right, luring people into your van. Whatever you have to do. I don't really do that.
So,
anymore.
You said, I already asked you. So how long have you been doing this? And did you take a comedy class for this?
I did not. I think most of us, anyone who's comics, you were told funny. I tried to do this when I was married, which was years ago, about 2000, 2001. Did it for a little while. Took time out to get a cocaine addiction, go to jail, like things like that. Yeah. Gave that up, and then I resumed. October of last year, Simply D hosted the open mic, and I was one of those people who he gave advice to. Thank you.
What did he tell you?
He said it was funny.
Yeah.
He said I needed to keep practicing. He's like, nobody comes their first time and wows. I was nervous, I was sweating. It was like first communion class all over again. So,
right. So how did you react to the earthquake yesterday?
It woke me up. I was actually still in bed. I didn't go to bed until about 6 o'clock that morning. About 1:57 is when I felt the shaking, and I'm in an apartment complex. I'm at right at Frankfurt Academy, and the whole building, all of a sudden, it's like all of us unemployed or underemployed people just put our heads out the door, like, did you feel that? And just had a great family, like a great building conversation. Then we all went back to, making meth and hitting our wives like the people down the hall.
Yeah. One knows I did there. Right, everybody?
That's Academy Gardens, Frankfurt Academy.
So, have you done any other hosts besides comedy? Have you ever done Quizzo, karaoke, and that?
Quizzo, yeah. I used to bartend up at Upper Darby, and they'd have a Quizzo night once a week. So you have to have a little bit of personality for that.
People hate it when you yell out the answers.
They kind of do, or call out fake numbers during bingo.
I used to yell George Washington and everything. I'm like, George Washington. And they used to kick me out.
Public speaking was never. I worked in radio for a little while. I worked at WWXL Oldies Manchester 1450 AM.
Ooh, listen to that voice. I'm moist.
Nasty thing. Anyway, Manchester, Kentucky. So I've done some radio work. I don't know. This is what I want to do. That's absolutely what I want to do.
Sure, call.
Yeah, I don't think I can hold a regular. Your first guess was regular job anymore. I don't think I could. I don't think I'd ever go back. So that's what I'm hoping.
think the audience just doesn't want to clap.
Absolutely not. Nice one.
All right, so what can we expect from you in comedy? What would you like to do?
I really would like to just, keep working on what I'm doing now. I have learned to put a tablet in every room in my house to write new jokes. Like things will come to you, when you're taking a shit, and you just have to be prepared. And you also have to realize that the things that are funny when you're stoned at 3 in the morning are not going to be as funny at 11 a.m. when you're sober. I write the jokes where it's just 2 words, and I thought it was the funniest thing in the world, and I wake up and I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
Maybe ejaculated in your hand.
Maybe.
It happens.
Usually never.
All right, the great Chris Hayes, everybody. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Back. More.